Lobs one down the right side at the goal line, leaping attempt. Oh, it's Brees Hall. Oh, it's a Jet touchdown.
What's up? What it is? My name is Brent, aka Take Fight Today. Joining me each and every week, my dog Alan, aka NY Jets Planet, and this is I don't know which episode this is 9-10 of the JetSet podcast. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, like the video. We're back again talking about these Jets. And it's I don't want to sound like a broken record or anything like that, but what's next year looking like? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. All right, let's JETS stands for just end this season, just endure the suffering, and that's exactly what we've been doing. So, Alan, how you feeling coming into this week's episode? And dropping our takes this week. How you feeling about the team and where we stand right now, man?
Yeah, I mean, I'll start off by saying, as bad as any Jets fan might feel, we can't be feeling any worse than Jay-Z right now. That man is having a terrible week. If you think you're having a bad week, it could be worse. It could definitely be worse.
Yeah. Nah, you are absolutely right about that one. Jay-Z, Jets loss can't compare to what Jay-Z going through right now. And I mean, it's all in New York, I guess we might as well keep it in New York,
Yeah, New York is having a heck of a year. I mean, besides the Knicks, you got the Yankees just lost Juan Soto. I guess the Mets got him, so
yeah.
The Yankees just lost a key guy that helped them get to the World Series. The Giants are ass. The Jets are ass. The Nets, I forgot they were even a basketball team.
Yeah.
But we got the Knicks.
Shout out the Knicks. Shout out Bodega Cat. Shout out Jalen Brunson. Yeah. Shout out Jalen Brunson. I'm a Mavericks fan, but I always rock with the Knicks. Carmelo was my favorite player growing up, and Jalen is a former Maverick, so it's ties there to the Knicks for sure. I have a Knicks sweater in my closet, so. But yeah, no. Shout out to the only New York team that's doing something right now. Yeah. But I mean, look, we got some topics today. We're gonna keep the ball rolling as far as Jet topics, Jet content, and just Jet taste in general. All right. We just came off an overtime, made it to overtime. But it still ended in a loss. But it was an overtime loss. It was exciting for the most part until the last 5 minutes, and then the first 5 minutes of overtime. So
yeah,
what are you gonna do? What are we gonna do? But in that game, we did get some cool highlights, some cool things to I guess make us smile throughout the course of the game instead of just having us fret the entire time. Garrett went off.
Yeah.
Garrett was cooking Ramsey.
He was cooking him.
Cooking like barbecue 4th of July chicken. Like cooking. Every time
put that man in the oven.
Put that man in the oven, Thanksgiving style. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
but yeah, no. Garrett was cooking. Devontae was cooking. Our running backs were cooking.
And no
Braylon,
Brees.
no Brees. He might be out again this week, but Isaiah Davis. Shout out Joe Douglas for drafting Isaiah Davis. He stepped in and stepped up. Braylon Allen, I feel like he was getting 5 yards every play. I feel like whenever he got the ball. So definitely some positives. But it all came tumbling down within the last 10 minutes of the game, as always. How do you feel about the game? How do you feel, watching it unfold, how it was unfolding?
Yeah. I'll start off by saying it's one of those games where it's like you keep seeing the same ending over and over and over again, and you're just like,
Yeah,
it starts to become expected.
yeah,
Like even once we were like, it was fourth quarter, I was like, yeah, they're gonna find a way to lose this one, and we were
yeah.
up too, and I was like, I know they're gonna find a way to lose this one because that's how the season has been going. It's like everything going on our side, and then somehow we just find a way to lose the game at the end.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's a little sad. I thought the offense did what they needed to do. I felt like the defense didn't do what they needed to do at the end of the day. Coach Brick definitely isn't showing up a good showcase as to why he should be a defensive coordinator anywhere. So it's just that part, if anything, is the saddest part to see.
It is sad because he was good in his role, right?
Yeah.
And then you thrust him into the head coach role, and now Robert Saleh has still won more games than Jeff Ulbrich has as head coach.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I feel like we fired Saleh like decades ago, but
yeah,
it is what it is. Like you said, it's the same thing that we're watching. It's like watching Lion King and just knowing what's gonna happen when Mufasa's on that mountain. Scar's coming around the corner, and he's gonna throw him off every time.
But it's like watching it in different ways, though. It's like you watch it in the movie, and it's like, all right, I know, I watched the old movie. Then you watch the Broadway play, and it's like, oh, maybe they do something different, but you really know what's gonna happen. And then you go see the live action version, and you're like, you know what? Maybe they switch it up because are they really gonna tell the same story again? But in the back of your head, you know what the end result is.
Exactly. You know what it is. You know what it is. Sometimes we just want to, we just want a different ending, and I mean, I don't know if we get that this season. I feel like the ending is what we know it, or like we kind of see it coming now. But it is what it is. It is what it is. And this is the life of a Jets fan. Unfortunately. Whenever this team wins, it's gonna be a lot of people crying. Happy tears. Yeah. I'll tell you that. But hey, we back here again this week, and we've got some things we want to talk about. On top of Garrett Wilson showing out this week, we had and our defense not playing that well. There was a bright spot on defense, right? And that is, let me see. Let me pull up here. Our dog Jamie Sherwood going crazy.
Oh, crazy!
He went crazy this going crazy this week. Zero missed tackles.
Zero missed tackles is crazy.
Zero missed tackles is crazy, man. Zero missed tackles on this defense. Sauce said that the defense didn't need to watch any film or any tape on how to tackle, and maybe he was just talking about number 44, right? Because I was watching him all game too, and he wasn't missing a beat. He wasn't at all. Most tackles in the game by any player in the NFL this season, moves up to number 2 on the NFL tackle leaderboard. What?
Yeah.
Come on. How do you feel watching Sherwood go crazy? Because I mean, I know he was hard to miss, as we were watching that whole game unfold, because he was literally everywhere. So how you feel about him?
Yeah, I think he was one of the few bright spots on that defense. You really expected, I don't want to say you expect bigger games out of these guys anymore, but you just expect better play from a defense that was top 5 the past few years. Even though like I get they're having a bad like a down year, and you know we were missing Sauce, who Sauce is already having a bad year, but you kind of expect them to at least do well enough to, you know, step up in the end of games, at least to a certain extent. They're just completely crippling. But Sherwood, he's balling out.
He's definitely balling out. And you know, if you ask me, you know, I think this is somebody we need to keep on the roster. This is somebody we need to re-sign. We need to give him his second contract.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when does his contract end?
I mean, I believe that after this year, he would be up for that extension. You know.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And he's kind of been one of the players that have, you know, been, you know, in the background, like behind CJ, behind Quincy. But it's like whenever he came in or checked into the game, you knew he was in the game, you know? So yeah, no, I will, you know, bang the table for Sherwood. 18 tackles, that's crazy. I'm in a league with, or a fantasy league with, that has a defensive player. Added him to my team immediately. I was like, yeah, nah, I ain't gonna miss this type of performance again. But nah, I mean, in my opinion, I feel like he definitely deserves the bag, and not with any other team either. I think he deserves it with this team, especially with Mosley, kind of, you know, question mark, you know, above his head. How do you feel about Mosley? Like, how do you feel? You know, what we should do it with the captain?
Ah, man, it's like one of those things. Like, I hate to say, like, this was kind of predictable, but you just knew at some point that gas was gonna run out. Like, how old is he? I think 32 now. And then, you know, the injuries happen. You know, they're in a weird like situation because he was on like a contract that they've been just kind of pushing through, and now I think we're gonna see the bad years of it. But I mean, I'm pretty sure he's guaranteed for the next 2 years. So I don't know what they do. I don't know what they do. Like, you know, logic says just, you know, move on. But if his contract is guaranteed, it's like you're gonna cut a guy that, you know, like his personality wise, so that he just I don't know. I don't know. I also see Wagner on the Commanders, and you know, like he's pushing through.
He's pushing through. Yeah, and honestly, it's like I know a lot of players like CJ Mosley, and he's definitely a presence in the locker room. I wouldn't mind having him, you know, still on the team, if you know the money kind of you know, works itself out, because you know, I want to see guys like 44 get paid because he's been working. You know what I'm saying? He's stepping in and stepping up. I like giving players like that those, you know, those opportunities, or like that, you know, recognition. But and I mean, I might be wrong, but I feel like CJ is the type of guy that, you know, wants the young guys to eat too, you know. So, you know, if we go in the next season with Quincy, Jamie, and CJ, I don't care who else we got at linebacker. I feel okay. I know we got Chad Surratt too. He's you know, he's still working through some stuff, you know, average. But yeah, no, those three guys, Sherwood, Quincy, CJ, I wouldn't mind having them on the roster. And whatever coach we get, you know, I hope that they're all for paying these young superstars, you know, on this team, you know. So, and yeah, you know, Vrabel, Flores, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I know you're a big Flores guy. How do you feel about possibly having like a 3-4 scheme with these guys?
3-4,
like defensive front.
Yeah, so like 3 down, 4 backers.
Yeah.
So with that, I don't know if our run defense is that good to have a 3-4, but I wouldn't mind seeing Jermaine kind of like standing up some more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, he can be like, you know, that edge presence, but we have
him and like Will McDonald be a great like 3-4 edge.
Yeah. I feel like that too, because they're fast, they're lengthy, and I mean, I feel like it could work. And as long as we, I guess, have that depth at linebacker. That's where the guy that you mentioned from Penn State, he would probably fit perfectly in that scheme. You know, kind of like a as a spy or wherever you want to have him. But what was his name again?
Abdul Carter.
Abdul. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I know I really wouldn't mind it, and I know Flores will get the guys playing the way that he wants them to play. So, that's something that I definitely look forward to it with whoever comes in at coach, defensive guy, offensive guy, whatever. Honestly, I hope it's a defensive guy because I feel like more players gravitate and play harder for defensive minded coaches. I don't know what it is, but we see it around the league all the time.
I think you just don't have that type of personality in this current coaching pool this year. Like Ben Johnson doesn't, and I could be wrong. I can't see what he's like inside the building, but he doesn't have that type of personality that makes me feel comfortable throwing him in New York and saying, yo, lead us, especially given like the situation we're in right now.
Yeah.
And like who else? Like Cliff Kingsbury, I know. Like not knowing, so like a lot of these guys, like, yes, do I think that they can cultivate a great offensive scheme? Yes, but I think when you come to New York, you gotta have that personality factor too, because you not only gotta win over the team, but you gotta win over the fans. If you come in and you let everybody kind of dictate how you're gonna be a coach, it's gonna be I was gonna say it's gonna be a long time, but it's gonna be a very short time.
As a coach. Like, it ain't gonna be a long time. It's gonna be a short time for you, buddy.
Yeah.
You better come in here you better come in here and stand on business.
Yeah, you have to. In New York, you have to. You can't come in here like, oh, I don't know. Like, you gotta know. You have to know.
Yeah. Gotta come in here and stand on business. Yeah. Verbal's out there, bro. He's out there. He's chilling.
Browns.
Yeah. He's chilling with the Browns right now. But and if you look at the Browns' production on defense, like you look at it, it's like like why would he be a candidate? But I'm not sure if he's a DC exactly.
No, he's not. He's like he's in like I don't know if he's like an executive assistant or assistant coach, something along those lines. They came up with some fancy term. Yeah, some sort of a consultant.
He's not like as hands-on, but you give him the reins again, and I feel like he'll take advantage. And it's crazy because I don't like you disagree? You don't like Vrabel?
Yeah, I don't like him. No, I don't. Hey. I don't. It's not personal. I don't like him.
Yeah. I mean, I like Flores over Vrabel. Either one of those guys, I feel like players will play for, and that's always been a thing with us. Like we need a coach that players can really get behind, So, we'll see who the head coach is. Maybe in the next couple of episodes we're gonna really dive deep into that head coach basket because that's a that's gonna be one off season.
At least we know it's not Bill.
Yeah, shout out to UNC, I guess, because Bill Belichick is the next coach of the UNC Tar Heel football. That was random.
It's so random.
It dropped over the last 3 days, and now he's the coach. That's
what? Like, that's such a weird pairing.
I thought he was gonna be back in the NFL. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he just wants to chill. Maybe his girlfriend goes there. I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy. But like, in all seriousness, though, like, I don't know. Like, I don't even know how that fits. I think he just wanted to show. I don't know. Maybe he just wants to prove that, like, I can coach. Like, I can take this team that wasn't doing anything and make them into a powerhouse. I don't know. I will say, like, it is one of those things where if he does do it, hey, kudos to you, man.
Yeah, I guess maybe he didn't want to. Go to a team with potential and tarnish his legacy. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if he was gonna go to college, this is a good team to go to, because if Bill goes to UNC and UNC sucks, nothing really changes.
Exactly.
But
nothing.
If he goes there and he makes it great, it's all gonna be Bill.
It's all gonna be Bill. So I'm reading comments from Instagram. People are liking Aaron Glenn as a potential head coach.
Aaron Glenn. You were talking about him.
Yeah, former Jet. That's that's interesting because I'm not really sold on the how the Lions defense has been playing this year. I don't know what it is. Like they make situational type, plays, but I feel like they're giving up points every game. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not. I mean, I like Aaron Glenn. I know my pops would love it if Aaron Glenn was a coach, but I mean, I'm not sure like the success rate of former players coming back and coaching their own teams.
Did D'Amico Ryans play for the Texans?
He did.
Or here we go. 49ers. Come on
so
now.
That's one. That's 1 for 1. Hey, that was good. That was good. That was a good off the dome. Yeah. That's good. That's good. But yeah, I mean, hey, Aaron Glenn, I'm I'd be open to it. I'd give him an interview at least. I'd give him an interview. Johnny
How many
boy,
coaches want to coach here though? Outside of Rex. Rex does not count.
I feel like
not a serious option.
I feel like with like the talent we have on the roster and where we are projected to draft, it like you can't look at this job and be like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like you really you really can't. I mean you can.
You definitely can.
You can if you like if you think about like the media and like all that extra stuff that
no. But like you honestly, you have to sit down and think about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Vegas looks like a better job right now because they can go draft a quarterback. Giants looks like a better job because you can go and draft a quarterback. Like you're getting one of the top 2 quarterbacks in the draft, right? So bam, those are 2 right there. Then you got the Bears are going to want to coach. The Bears, you have Caleb Williams. Then you have the Jaguars. You could feel however you feel about Trevor Lawrence, but like that's a young quarterback that you can kind of mold into something. So there, that's like 5 jobs off the spot that could potentially lure a coach over the Jets, possibly.
Yeah, but it's like, but then like what makes us unique is that we have those pieces that those teams are kind of missing right now. Outside of the, like you can look at Aaron Rodgers and be turned off by the fact that we have a 40-year-old quarterback, but if you look at the entire roster, but we have a superstar running back, we got superstar receiver, we have a superstar corner, we have great linebackers. We have a superstar on the D line. We have a young and upcoming offensive tackle who is ready to take, build a wall with. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, hold on. Because I just want to give a round of applause to the O-line last game.
Yeah.
Man, they were stout, man. They were doing their thing. Like, honestly, Rodgers was back there taking all the time in the world. That's like a lot of people were like, oh, Rodgers having a better game. No, the offensive line was just dominating. Like he was sitting there, I'm like, there's a lot of times like, yo, you gotta get the ball at your hands a lot quicker. So
no. I was impressed. I was impressed with the O-line tonight. On Sunday. I was impressed.
Yeah.
I was impressed. Rodgers just sometimes he just holds on to the ball too damn long. Yeah. Let go of it. We know you can scramble, and sometimes
you can't scramble.
Sometimes, well, we know he used to be able to scramble, but sometimes he would be holding on to the ball, and I see him back there trying to juke like he's Lamar. I'm like, bro,
he's having his unk moment, bro.
It's crazy.
Like when your uncle is over there trying to tell you how he used to be back in the day, and he's trying to prove it to you, and then he hurts his back and he's like, shit.
Yeah.
That's Rodgers back there, man. Like, bro, he's over there trying to do shit like he's 20. Like, bro, just throw the fucking ball.
Just throw the ball. Throw it out of bounds. We don't need. Every time I see him trying to like scramble out and like try to pick up, I'm like, what are you doing? Let go of the ball. Flick it to somebody. Like flick it. Get it out of there. Like survive. But he is who he is. I mean, whenever he does break a run, I'm hype. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm hype whenever he does like get out. I'm like, but it never ends too well. But yeah, so I guess going into that, we are. Or do you want to talk about the our keep our keeps cuts and what is it? Let it ride out. We want to talk about that?
Yeah. We can go there.
Okay.
Let's do it real quick, Johnny. I will say the running backs did look good last game. Granted, I credit that to the offensive line. I'll always credit the offensive line before I credit a running back, in my personal opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Your running back 9 times out of 10 is as good as your offensive line is. You got an amazing offensive line. Your running back's most likely going crazy.
Yeah.
But that's just me. But at the end of the day, they did the thing. So
they did the thing. You know.
Yeah.
Tyron, waste. You're just waste. Just waste.
Yeah.
Got so excited for nothing.
Bro. I was hoping he was having his I blanked on the name, but the left tackle from the 49ers. I was hoping he was gonna like come back and like how he came back to the 49ers, and next thing you know, he's playing another 6 years. That's crazy, man.
So Trent Williams, you mean?
Yeah, Trent Williams.
Yeah, man.
Honestly, he was coming off a year-long injury, went there, you knew he was good before, but you didn't know. And he was having he was having that problem. Like, what was it? Like he was having some sort of condition that was really serious.
Yeah.
But then he goes to the 49ers, he starts killing it. So I was really hoping that's what Tyron Smith would be. And then no, he just got hit by the jet curse.
It's that 77 curse. That's what it is. Nobody needs to wear 77.
I'm telling you. Again. Somebody got to wear Namath's jersey. Somebody got to do it.
Yeah, Namath has to I don't know what.
We got to unretire it, man. We have to.
Yeah, somebody has to wear that 12 and just sit on the bench with it. Something.
I'll do it. I'll take it for the team, bro. I'll take all the curse.
Give it to the backup punter or something. Give it to Hennessy. Is Hennessy still here?
Yeah.
He's still here.
Hennessy is still here.
Yeah, he's still here. Give it to Hennessy. He deserves it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I tried to burn the name of Skreth and it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Hey man.
I don't know if it's something you could burn. I think it's something that has to happen inside the Jets organization. I don't think as fans we can do anything. Do
what you gotta do. Do what you have to do to rid this Jets Namath aura. It needs to go. I don't know where Namath is right now, what he's doing, but he needs to figure it out. He needs to go back and redo that deal he made. But yeah, man. What do we want to do?
You want to go to the keep?
Yeah. Since we have Woody in here, let's go to that keep cuts.
All right, cool. I don't know whose. Bam, yours first.
Okay, bet. All right. So yeah, so this was a topic we had on Instagram this week. Shout out Woody, you know what I'm saying, for this idea. Keep cut and let it play out. All right. As you can see, this is my list. It's not really much to say about it. Cut Reddick, Smith, and Zerlon. All of them can go. I don't care. Especially number 9. He doesn't even have a helmet on in his pick because apparently it's been too tight on his head for the first half of the season. So he can be the first one to go. He can get kicked out just the same way he's been kicking on footballs. All right. Smith, that self-explanatory. And Reddick, he's been a ghost. Okay, I'm tired of him. I'm tired of seeing the tough number 7 jersey go to waste. Somebody else needs to be wearing that 7 because that 7 is just it's just going to waste. My let play out. Rodgers, Kinlaw, and Adams. The reason I have Kinlaw in here is because
I don't know how.
I know, and I was getting some slack for that, in my DMs. Like, why do you have Kinlaw? why do you have Kinlaw on your let it play out? He just got another penalty for. I'm like, yeah, okay, but you know, he has the he has that grit. You know, like he has, you know, he's a big body in the trenches, and I'm not sure who is going to be on the market for us to replace him with. To be honest, I mean, unless we draft that D tackle from Michigan, who I don't want us to draft, you know, that early. Yeah, he did all that holding out and ain't do nothing. But what? Reddick needs to, bro, for nothing, for nothing. It's just he's the one that really pissed me off the most out of everybody. After you came back, you should have been averaging a sack a game, bro. I haven't heard or seen you since you know, since you came to the practice field and was talking all that talking about some. We'll see we'll see what happens. I'm back. We'll see what happens. Yeah, it was
Nah,
2
I'm
and
not gonna
5
lie
at
though.
that point. Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie though. I saw exactly why he held out this year. He was like, I know I'm ass. He said, don't put me out there. Don't put me out there. I want money first. Because if I go out there and I have to prove it, I'm not gonna do it. I can't prove it. So he said, I'm gonna hold out. Honestly, his old agent was right. His dad was right. His dad was right. I think it was his dad that made him officially hold out. It was somebody, whoever was in his ear, they were right. He was like, bro, you don't got it no more.
yeah. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you who else was right. Joe Douglas for not paying him what he wanted. I'll tell you that much. Tell you that much. Good job, Joe Douglas. I'm glad we ain't, I'm glad we ain't give him what he wanted. Cause this is some BS.
Yeah.
Ah, man. As soon as Jermaine went down, Hassan should have been like, dang, let me go play for my boy. No, he still held out. So when
he
that
knew
happened,
he was ass. He knew he was like, I can't make
that,
up for that shit.
When that happened, I was just like, yeah, nah, I don't fuck with you, bro. I can't. You're not a team player. You're not a team player.
He said, let me wait until the season is pretty much over and then I'll show up. Because at that point, you know, if I'm ass, people won't really think about it. About the fact that it's like, it's not that I'm ass, the team's ass. No, you're ass too. You're ass with us. We're all ass.
We're all ass, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
Can we say no J now?
No J. No Hova. That's crazy.
No
Hove. No Hove. But yeah, no. Reddick, big disappointment to be honest. He's gotta go. This why nobody wanted to pay him. But yeah, no, Kinlaw, I feel like, you know, we gotta, I feel like, you know, he's that great guy. You know, it's Joe Douglas' fault he's even on the team. Hey, you're right, but Joe Douglas tried to right his wrong and not get us in. You know what? If Joe Douglas knew he was going, he should have just paid him the money. He should have been like, all right, yeah, here's 25 million a year. You know, if you suck, then I'm out too, and you're probably going next year, and they in the hole and whatever. But you know, he didn't do that to us. So shout out Joe Douglas. But yeah, no. Back to my let it play out. Kinlaw, like let's, you know, you might as well keep him. You know, give him a good head coach that'll hold him accountable. And honestly, you know, we do have some young defensive tackles in the room that like Leonard Taylor, Brady McGregor, I think is an edge, but you know, they could probably move him around, but you know, I feel comfortable. You know, I wanna see Kinlaw you know, do what he does or do what he can do. Rodgers and Adams, those are duo that I want to see play out because like we have to run it back. You know, like I know they want to run it back. I know, and like in the back of their minds, they really want to run it back. So I said let it play out for them because like, you know, what else are they gonna do? They're gonna retire. But we'll get to that later. But and then the last three: Keith, Reed, Sherwood, Mills, all on defense. By the way, Mills stepped up. That's what I like to see, you know, and you know I feel comfortable with him back there. I like our safety room with Mills, Tony Adams, and Chuck Clark. Ashton Davis could have been on my cut list too. I don't know where he's been, what he's doing since he got paid. He been chilling.
You're not even getting paid enough to be chilling.
He's been chilling since he got paid. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, like it's I like our safeties with Mills, Tony, and Chuck. Shout out VA. But Sherwood, self-explanatory. He's been hooping. He's been balling out. Keep him here. Don't let him, don't let him leave the building. We don't want another DeMario Davis situation. I honestly just don't want to see him go anywhere else and go crazy. I want him here with us. So, keep him. Yeah. Definitely a top 5 dude in the league, Woody. Definitely top 5 dude in the league. And then Reed, like I know it's kind of a long shot that he stays with us. And then I don't know what it is with hearing these penalties. Maybe it's because he's just smaller and the refs are just itching to throw that flag at him. I think he plays with grit. I think he plays tough. He's a good tackler. And I don't know. I just don't think he gets the respect he deserves from the league. And I like keeping underdogs on the team. So, Reed is my guy. I always said that if he like got extended with us, I would get his jersey. I'm not sure how that's gonna come into fruition, but I want to see Reed here, for sure. But those are the Jets on my chopping block right now. Yeah.
And honestly, I'm a little jealous of your 3 keep. I was trying to come up with new ones, but I was like, oh, that's a really solid 3.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought of Mills. I was like, nah, we gotta keep him because he's been.
Yeah, Mills is a good one.
He was a pleasant surprise, like to our team. He's really been like on one, and I love that he's played within the division, and we gave him the opportunity. So I definitely want to see him stay with us and continue to go crazy. He's a vet too. He's a good vet. Played in some big games. Like I know if we're ever in big games, I trust him back there. I'm gonna trust him back there. So yeah. But let's move on to yours though. Let's move on to yours.
Yeah. All right. So I had a little bit of a different approach here. And it's crazy. I was the number one. Like Rodgers isn't that bad as we were going through the season, and honestly, I still don't think he's that bad. Like I separate the player from the mindset of the player. I think like Rodgers isn't playing bad physically, but his mindset is terrible. Like in his head, he is 25-year-old Rodgers that's going to sit down and run around in the pocket and do whatever he wants. And he thinks he's so much smarter than the defense. But the problem is he's not. Like if he just accepted what he is, which is honestly at this point in his career, you are a game manager that can make some really pretty throws from time to time. That's genuinely like honestly, I don't think I would separate him at this point in his career too much from like a Brock Purdy. And I know like that sounds crazy, but to me that's where I feel about him.
At least Brock, at least Purdy can run a little bit and make something happen.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
I guess that's age, no, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll put that on age, but at the same time, also Brock is okay with just being a system quarterback.
Yeah.
So I think him accepting that just overall makes him a better option for a team. Whereas Rodgers, I think, I don't think he'll ever accept that. He should just let whatever coach comes in actually run their system. And for that, he has to get cut from me. And Tay, you're old. So Tay, honestly, they're a package deal. So they go together.
They go together. If one goes, the other one has to go.
Out the door together too.
Yeah. If one goes, the other one that kind of has to go. So
yeah. And Clemens was a guarantee for me. Like honestly, I don't even know how he started to begin the season. I don't know how he's on the team right now. I actually had him being cut before the season started. I didn't know how he made the team. Like I hate to be like I saw it happening, but I saw it happening in the preseason. I keep saying it. I saw it happening in the preseason. I'm like, yo, this guy is bad. This guy is really not good. I see what the coaches see in him. I just don't think he'll ever reach the potential that they see. I think he's too much of a bonehead. So yeah,
Well,
I'll leave it there.
you can thank Hassan for holding out to why Clemens just was on the field so much and looked as bad as he did.
Reddick is much better right now.
Right, but like we were in a situation where it's like we didn't have Hassan, so Clemens, get your ass out there. Jermaine just went down.
Yeah.
You're up, buddy, and exposed. So
yeah, and you have Will McDonald as a full-time edge. Like everything is just a mess. Like the moment, like honestly, a lot of the problems that happened this year is just because it feels like everything was just panicked. Like, and you can genuinely tell that this is a team that JD just kind of put together to just try to save his ass. And it was like, I just hope that it all works out. Hope everyone reaches their potential and it just works out. But I have no real belief that this is going to work out. Because that defensive line, like the way he tore apart that defensive line, who I think they were still bad in the run game, but I don't think they would have been nearly as bad in the passing game had they not torn it apart the way they did. It's a sad sight to see how bad, like how much this D line regressed.
Yeah, they definitely regressed a lot.
Yeah, he had a top like 10 at least D line last year, and that was before McDonald broke out. So that's just like, and I get Jermaine Johnson got hurt, but it's like, dang, man.
That was a big effective thing that happened to that D line. So yeah, I mean, I feel like if Jermaine was here, like our D line maybe wins this two games, at least two more.
Yeah,
at least two more.
Yeah. I mean, like I'll put the Patriots game. And I would put the last I'd put the last game. Like there are a lot of games where it's just like if you haven't I've been very much paying attention to just how long the other team has been able to just sit down in the pocket and just run around and do whatever they want. Because honestly, Will McDonald, I think he's a good one-on-one player. But if you double him, you take him out the game. Honestly.
It's over.
He's too scrawny. But he's one of those like he could really beat you outside the edge. I don't want to put it just on solid leaving, but I think they're not utilizing that to his fullest potential.
I agree.
And once teams started scheming against it, the just coaching staff doesn't know what to do. So that's
they don't. And Salah was the one that was good at adjustments again. I trusted Salah with I trusted Salah with anything after halftime adjustment wise. Always trusted him. So another reason that that kind of hurt me that we let go of Salah, because I know those adjustments just went out the window and it's been clear, so yeah.
And real quick to Woody's point, it's not that the DL was bad against the Pats, it's just that everyone crumbled at the end of the game on that last drive. That's where I think things change a little bit. I think there was a little bit more of a clutch factor that we had on our defense last year that I feel like is just completely lost this year. Like I just feel like now it's like you come to the end. Like last year, you get to the end of the game, I knew for sure the Jets were going to pull it out. Like if the ball was on the game was on the defensive side of the ball's hand, I knew we were winning that. Now it's just like man, I don't even know what to expect from this defense. Like the defense crumbled multiple times just against the Dolphins, like again and again and again. And it's almost like you can't even believe that it's a lot of the same players.
Yeah, for real.
Same secondary.
It's bad. So, definitely crumbled.
Yeah.
But
to move on. I said let it play out with guys like Reed, Lazard, AVT. These are guys that I think are Reed, he technically doesn't have a contract next year. I know as a new coach, whoever the new defensive coach or defensive coordinator is, you kind of want your own guys, but I think Reed's one of those guys where it's like you try to see if you can at least find some sort of middle ground, so you can stay around, try to keep some of the culture that you already have, like the good part of the culture that you have. I think he's one of those good guys that you have in the secondary. He's one of the last pieces of the problem on the defense this year. Lazard, man, like this one was hard to even put on there because Lazard, he's he's such a up and down. One thing I will give him that I think he's been very consistent on is that he's a great run blocker, honestly. Like he really does utilize his size to help actually block on that outside. So I'll give him that.
Great blocker.
Yeah. As a receiver, but he has good size. You're already paying him next year, so might as well just keep him.
Yeah, I agree.
At least for another year, see how it works out. And if not,
Yeah.
if he's ass, kick his ass to the curb.
We just need to run it back, everybody. We just need to run it back, because this season, like I said,
I'm not running it back with everybody.
Yeah,
I couldn't do it to myself. I couldn't. Yes, I know it shouldn't have gone the way that it did. I just can't take that chance that you run it back and it's just as bad. This is bad.
I guess that makes
this is really bad, man.
Yeah, that does make a lot of sense.
I'll throw in AVT. Honestly, I'm getting a lot of hate with AVT this year. I don't know. I get it. He's been hurt the past 2 years, but AVT is still a solid guard. He's having a really good year. Again, when he's healthy, I know he's hasn't been as healthy as you want him to be, but again, we already gave him his contract next year. Some people are like, yo, trade him. I say let it ride. Let it ride. See how he plays. If he earns the contract, great. Even if he's just a mid guard, just pay him what he's worth. And if he leaves and he's like, oh, I want to get paid $20 million or whatever, and he's not worth it, then it is what it is. But I say let it ride. A good guard, a good offensive lineman in general right now is very hard to find in this league because they are such gems. It is so hard to find quality offensive linemen. So I say keep him around. John Simpson. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna lie. This is probably so far my favorite JD signing. It sucks that it happened in his last year, but this is the first time JD signed an offensive lineman that just wasn't complete ass. I guess I'll give him Fant. Fant was good for a short period of time. He had that one good year. But yeah, I really like John Simpson. I think Simpson, Titman, and AVT, that's a really good interior core. I'm a big offensive line guy. So I you keep those three, you keep Olu, you're gonna have to fix that right tackle. Well, I did say let's keep Moses. I think Moses again, he's good when he's healthy. He's just you don't know.
Did we sign him on a 2 year or 1 year?
No, he was 1 year. So his contract's gonna be up by the end of the year. I say let's run it back with him. I do think you should still draft somebody to eventually replace him, but in the time being and the uncertainty of the draft, I wouldn't just throw a rookie out there at right tackle and hope for the best. You kind of know what you get out of Moses, so I say sign Moses to a cheap deal, draft a right tackle in the mid. I would even go as high as draft him in the first if you really love a guy, because that's what the Lions did. Lions have 2 stud offensive tackles, and they're just destroying the entire league because they can run the ball. Jared Goff has all the time in the world. Offensive tackle is a great investment.
It is.
And lastly, I'll just say keep Williams. I know his contract's about to end soon because they signed him to a short-ish deal.
Definitely.
But they're gonna have to find a way to extend him because he's a stud. He's a stud.
Yeah.
So I think you got to keep the Williams brothers together.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, keep them here till they retire. Just for the vibes. If not for anything, for the vibes. But yeah, no, I really liked your let it play out a tab. Those are good guys. Alan Lazard, I know Woody's a big fan of Lazard. Keep him. You know what I'm saying? He's like Woody said, he's still leading the team in touchdowns, or maybe tied after missing 5 games.
Yep.
That's he's familiar with Rodgers, and especially if Rodgers stays, you keep his familiar faces in house, please.
No.
Don't give him some new guys.
Take away all his leverage, actually.
See, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Actually, just take away anything Rodgers loves and adores, and make him suffer.
Oh my goodness! But
make him sit in the light.
as we transition into this next topic, of dropping takes, we do have somebody in the backstage waiting, so I'm gonna bring him on really quick. Our boy Johnny, what's good?
What up? You guys could Man, that list is kind of hard to disagree with some of the stuff up there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, I
man.
mean, as far as takes and things that well, actually, before we go into crazy takes and hot takes, how you feeling, man? How you feeling about where we're at right now? I know you come up here and it's just like, come on, I remember the last time you were up here, you gave us a great motivating speech, and I felt like I was ready to put on the helmet myself, but now how
Oh,
you feeling?
It's Soto season, baby. It's Met season already. I traded that J for that M real quick, man.
Bro,
It's
that's
it's
crazy.
it's done, man. Like they
Yeah.
were given opportunities, we were given chances, we kept getting chances and chances, and
Mhm.
this team as a whole couldn't put it together because at the end of the day, that's what it is. I can't put the blame on just one individual. I just can't do it. I can't put it on Aaron Rodgers. I don't think it's Aaron Rodgers' fault, to be 100% honest with you, right? The wide receivers, I can't put it on the wide receivers, right? Because I mean, we could all say, well, they should have done this, they should have done that. Aaron Rodgers, if he truly was injured, I think you should have put your pride aside and been like, hey, I am injured. Let me sit it down instead of hurting the team itself. He was hurt
Yeah.
after Denver.
Yeah,
And,
he was.
what coaching staff, it makes sense to me now knowing why Salah was fired with the Vikings game. After I think it was after the Viking games, if I'm not mistaken, that he
Yeah.
was fired. And know that where at that point you should have been the coach and been like, Aaron, I'm sorry, bro. Like we're cool and everything, but we need to go ahead and you need to go and get yourself better and come back. 40-year-old guy coming off an Achilles tear, right? That is throwing the ball a lot faster than what he normally likes to throw the ball. He doesn't go through the actual wide receivers, right? His I can't even think of the word right now, but his
like the route tree.
The
not
reads.
Oh
the
yeah,
reach,
yeah, like
no,
like
but the
reading.
progressions. He doesn't go through his
Yeah.
progressions and all that,
Yeah.
right? And it's tough to see that because do I think that Aaron Rodgers is good still enough to win you games? Yes, I still believe in that.
Yeah.
But do I think it's a little bit too late with us? I don't know. I mean, that's all going to depend upon the GM that comes over with the
Yeah.
head coach. Are we going to want to keep him? Do we need him?
What type of system we got?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the free agents and the quarterbacks that are coming up, right, it is nothing to look at, bro. Other than
Yeah.
maybe
Sam Darnold.
I like Justin Sam Darnold staying with the Vikings, bro.
Yeah.
He's not. I mean, JJ McCarthy's coming, getting that other injury, other surgery again.
Yeah.
And let dude do his thing and let JJ McCarthy sit back and just continue to keep learning and learning
Yeah.
and learning and go from there. That
Yeah.
coach that they got over there, it's good, man. So
Yeah.
it's just a frustrating season, man. Like,
Mhm.
and then it's the Jets. It's like the Jets, they can't stay out of the news, bro. Like it's crazy and all
Yeah.
that. Like we're just consistently like this whole Mark Gastineau stuff and everything, right? Like, that's my pop squad, man. Like when I was growing up, the
Yeah.
Sack Exchange, that was the team. To this day, I still feel like Abdul doesn't get a lot of credit what it's due because I mean he was the core of that squad in my
Yeah.
eyes. My dad tells me the same thing all the time, but it's hard, man. I don't know, dude. Like we're gonna win some games and gonna mess up the draft. And honestly, man, I don't want any quarterback that's out there. I don't.
I'm with you. I don't want any quarterback in the
Yeah.
draft right now.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah. I mean, we already. I mean, we drafted one right, like this past draft. Like we have somebody in the stable that we're trying to, build up. So why draft another one? And Tyrod, we have him for another year. So why crowd that quarterback room that much?
100%.
Yeah.
Or unless it's something to where they're gonna actually have a real competition and
Yeah.
they're at a QB competition. Bring in a James Winston. I like Justin Fields. A lot of people don't.
I like Justin Fields too.
I'm a big Justin Fields fan. The reasoning behind my wanting Justin Fields is because if I'm Garrett Wilson, I've been in a program that's done nothing but losing for the past how many years. I'm originally coming from a culture that all we do is win, win, win. Ever since I played Pee Wee, all I've done is win. And now on the highest peak where you could be in football, I'm in a culture that's just straight losing. I got a guy that comes in 10 minutes into the team is like, there's a problem in here. They have a losing mentality inside here. And what do you do to fix that? You know what I'm saying? I think bringing in a Justin Fields could potentially try to save that relationship with Garrett Wilson, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Ohio State together, that was his quarterback for a minute, right?
Yep.
He's gone through 7 different quarterbacks that he's played with.
Gosh.
Yeah, just think about it. It is the craziest
Yeah, I didn't
thing.
even think about like how many it's been.
Boyle, right? Simeon,
Zach
Wilson,
Simeon,
Aaron now, right?
Mike
Mike White,
Sorry,
Josh
Mike
Johnson,
Mike Will.
Josh Johnson. That's 7.
Yeah,
right there,
yeah.
bro.
This is like D Hop all over again, like young D Hop, and it's kind of crazy when you think about it because
It's technically
D-Hop
8 because he got a Tyrod too.
Did he
For a little bit in that first game?
Oh yeah, I don't remember. See,
Tyrod played a little bit after Rodgers.
Yeah. I remember that. I remember
technically.
that. But yeah, no, it's definitely hard out here because, and Garrett is out of that whole draft class, that's the guy that's number 1 on my priority list on who we need to keep. So he's the one out here that's showing us that he's a superstar no matter what the situation. Yeah. So with him, that's definitely top of my priority. I wanna see him stay for sure. But Alan, you want to start with one of your crazy takes that while we have Johnny on the screen.
Yeah, if you guys a game, I'll rock with y'all, man. Like I put my little one to sleep. I was talking with Woody. I was like, yo, man, get up here, bro. But he's like, yo, I got the little one too. I was like, yo, I just gave the kid Benadryl, and she went to sleep real fast. I'm kidding. I didn't do that. I didn't do that.
Yeah, I feel you, man. Kids, man. But yeah, I'll start it off. All right, so I'll start it off. I didn't go where we wanted it to go, but I say Woody pulls a Jerry. Woody pulls a Jerry. Woody says, I'm going to be the GM, and we take it from there. I don't see him giving up the key. I think especially seeing that he sat there and some of the moves in his mind were good. And I generally feel like there's a gap between like the moves that JD made and the moves that he made. I feel like he says, you know what? Let me just try it for a year. I'm gonna be the GM, and I'm gonna fix this team.
That's Woody being like just making himself the GM would create a riot outside of MetLife Stadium. That would be absolutely insane, and I might drive up from Texas and throw a bottle at the gates myself. I don't.
Scoop me up in Virginia, bro. Please scoop me up in Virginia, bro. I'll be right there with you.
I'll get you on the way up because that would be absolutely insane. I mean, Jerry Jones, he's been known for his his tyrant antics and just kind of taking over and just doing what he wants to, but Woody's already flying on the practice fields in helicopters, so he might be on that way. He might be on the
wait. But what if he brings in a guy like Ben Johnson? Do you feel differently about it, or do you still feel like nah?
Who's the GM?
If Woody's the GM and he brings on Ben Johnson,
yeah, Woody's the GM.
No,
he gets a stud coach.
Go to the other continent that you're supposed to go and be the ambassador of, and all that.
Yeah.
I get you.
He didn't get that job.
But Italy is another ambassador that's needing one as part of the administration. Go send them over there. Let them go do that. Just dude, we can't, man. We can't.
That can't happen.
I probably just wouldn't even watch, honestly.
That would be absolutely insane.
If the first year
for the GM
in like 10 years.
And I know Woody sees all of us online saying sell the team. I know he sees that too. So he's either gonna he's either gonna feed into that or he's just gonna give us the middle finger. So yeah,
I mean, Brent, I agree with you, bro. He looks at everything that's on X. He looks on everything that's on IG. He looks on He's probably watching the JetSet right now as we speak. And I'm here telling Woody right now, yo, Woody, not Woody, our Woody, but like, Mr. Johnson.
Yeah.
All right. Stay away, bro. Like you got the 33rd team, right? Let Tannenbaum, Spielman rock. Let them get who they want to go ahead and have. And don't meddle in. I know at the end of the day, you got to pick your guy and all that. I'm tired of seeing him on the phone with that whole, like, you know what I mean? Hey, you know who our quarterback is? Yeah. Aaron Rodgers. Welcome to the Jets. Here's your coach. That shit is so bad, bro. Bad.
It's so bad. He's so cringy. He's so cringy. And it started for me when he wore the chain. I know, Alan, I know you like the chain, but when I saw him putting the chain on and stuff, I'm like, bro, what are we doing? What are we like? Stay up in the box. Like I don't even know why you're talking to draft picks, to be honest. Like
exactly.
You shouldn't be talking to draft picks and trying to hype them up like hey, you're the guy.
Look, if he was talking to them on the level of like, yo, look, whatever you need in New York, I got you. I respect that as an owner.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like actually meddling in the actual operations, that's where it's like, okay, too far.
That dude don't even go to. He don't step in New York. He stays in Jersey, bro. Yeah, he don't be going out there like that. Look,
I mean, he might take his helicopter out there.
And Brent, I'm on the same boat with you, bro. Every single time he walks on that field he's wearing all white. Right, he rocking all white with them busted looking Air Forces that he has. Okay, because nobody talks about them. You got all that money and you got creases in your Air Forces. Like, what are we doing right now? And then he rocks that chain, bro. Like, I don't want my owner to be, bro. I want him in a 3-piece suit, right, with a fat Windsor knot on, right, and he's money.
Right.
Not trying to be like one of the guys that's what he's trying to be. Right, he wants to be one of the guys in the locker room. I'm like, bro, you're not. You get hit on the sideline, right? You're done. We're talking about you tore your PCL, MCL, ACL, and all the other CLs that I can't even think of.
Right. You be like, we look at Arthur Blank. He comes down to the field like fourth quarter, looking like he's just, he's just sitting there like
money.
Yeah, just this trench coat.
I mean, he doesn't have
the trench coat, a dome. In a dome, like what are you doing with the trench coat on in the dome? He's just mob, just sitting there. Just take the elevator down, and it's whatever. He walks slow, you know what I'm saying? He waves to the people. Woody, he's just doing too much for me, man.
With the fresh cut too.
Yeah.
But his net worth isn't on the same as everyone else's, though. His net worth is, I looked it up, it's $3.1 billion, which is it's a lot of money. I'm not gonna sit there and lie, but like to put in perspective, like in the grand scheme of the sports game, ironically, like the Jets are worth more than him. I think he's probably like one of the only
$7 billion, right?
They're worth like $7 billion.
Yeah,
it's like $6 to $7 billion. Like you have like Steve Cohen, he's worth like 20-something bill. 22. Yeah, it's like $3 billion in the grand scheme of things. Like they're probably looking at him like you're the poor one, and you can't even win.
Right,
you can't even win a game.
It's like he's trying to. I don't know. He's trying to do too much. Like I feel like he might know that too, and so he knows. So that's
he could triple his net worth by selling the team.
Man, I think he has too much pride to do that, man. I think I don't know, but we'll see. But that was a good hot crazy take. Let's move on. I have one as well, which I'm not really, I don't feel too confident in, or I don't know if I want this to happen, but I think Devontae and Aaron might recreate this pick at the end of the season. It might be this moment at the end of the season somewhere where they're kind of looking at each other, they're looking at the field, and they might walk off into the sunset together. Who knows if they go off to another team like Cobb and Rodgers did and coming to New York. But a hot take that I have with this is, or a crazy take is, Aaron and Devontae, by the end of the season, they realize like, it's not gonna work here. Let's just go out week 18, put up 50 and bounce. And I'm afraid that's gonna happen. And if this does happen, I'll just mend it with my other take and say that the Jets make this like go ahead and do this for whatever reason. They trade back in the draft. They pick up draft picks.
Oh gosh.
They pick up draft picks and they trade for Trevor Lawrence. The Jaguars might draft the quarterback themselves. They might draft Cam Ward in Florida or whatever. Gosh. 5 years ago, every Jet fan wanted Trevor Lawrence. He's coming off, he just got knocked out, but he would be better than I guess any young quarterback we've had in the last 5, 6, 7 years. So, crazy take number 2 to mix with number 1. Rodgers and Devontae walks off into the sunset end of the season, and we make a stunning move to trade for Trevor Goldilocks Lawrence.
Goldilocks.
That's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it. So
the most sucked up quarterback in draft history.
Well, so Brent, real talk, that's actually really, really good because that's hard, man. So I was one of the guys, and Woody, if he's still on the chat, he knows it. I wanted Cobb back, right?
Yeah.
People were looking at me like I was nuts. I was
Randall
crazy. Cobb? Yeah, I wanted Randall Cobb back
Oh.
on the Jets team, right? People were like, he would be better than Gibson. Let's keep it 100, right?
As a receiver, absolutely.
As a receiver, exactly. I mean, we had Corrington coming in and we cut him, and you see what he's doing. We had a guy that's been on our practice squad that he gets the first time, plays in a game and runs it for 99 yards, and he's a Pro Bowler. But anyways, I'm just saying, seeing that right there, I don't think it ends, bro. I just don't. I think Devontae, it all depends on Aaron and the GM and all that. And if they want him back, and I think you'll say same thing with Lazard, bro. You know what I mean? Because 100% honest with you, if that's the case, I think Lazard, and I like Lazard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He earned my respect all over again because I felt like last year he quit on the team, right? Which I wasn't cool with and everything like that. But he's done really well. It sucks that we're at where we're at currently because we were supposed to be this dominant team this year, and it seems like we can never have a full fourth quarter in a game. It's some shit that always goes wrong, man, every single time.
So frustrating.
And the Trevor Lawrence, that's interesting to me. It is very interesting to me. And I say this because if he has the right quarterback coach with the right offensive coordinator and the correct head coach, he could be a problem, bro.
Yeah.
Right. There was a reason why he did what he did over there in Clemson. And then don't forget about the first year when he came on and what he was doing and everything before. He's been with how many different head coaches, right? How many different regimes have come in for him and stuff like that. So the Trevor Lawrence conversation, Brent, you're the first person to actually put that up there, and I appreciate that.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, he was also like in that top 5 most sacked at like some point, I feel like, in the league. Like, and he's mobile, he's tall. All right. Like, we honestly just need like, a quarterback with some promise. We don't need a young rook, just thrown in the fire. And I love Aaron Rodgers, but it's like that maybe has 1 year left. We don't, after him, don't need to sign an old vet that's on his way out either. We need somebody who's been in the league, who knows how to win games, who can win games, who can make plays, who we've seen make plays, in games. And like I said, 5 years ago, Jets fans wanted Trevor Lawrence as their starting quarterback, and the Jags are about to hit reset, get a new coach.
Still do.
Yeah. Like, I'll take Trevor. I'll take Trevor. I'm a big Fields guy myself. I love Justin Fields just because of the Garrett connection. But I mean,
not only him, Rucker too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's stuff there for him to have him be successful with us. But again, it just depends upon what the head coach is going to be, right? Who going to put him in the best position? Because look what we did, right? When we had young Mark Sanchez. The only reason I'm throwing in that, right? Because we had all these talented players around him and whatnot, and it was just enough for him to get by and stuff like that, until they completely kill the whole squad, and then he didn't know who he was throwing to at that. But to Woody's point right here, man, Jim, there's there's gymnastics that could be done to them contracts, man, and stuff like that, because they could trade and be like, you need to eat this amount and stuff like that and pay for it, and then we'll take them off your hands. Or
that's what I'm saying. It's a very interesting take, because Trevor,
they just paid him too.
Yeah, they literally just paid him, so it's like they got to bite that bullet themselves. They did that, so depending on what
they would
our new regime does, depending on what our new regime does, it's like, do we want to, like, do we explore that option? Do we explore going back to that 2021 draft and trying to trade for one of those quarterbacks? I mean, it could be a full circle moment for us, getting Trevor or Fields. So,
all options are there, man.
Yeah.
Like we have it, depending upon, because even the stuff with Aaron, that he could essentially say, I'm gonna restructure my entire thing all over again because I believe in the Jets. It was supposed to be this. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. I wasn't playing to my full capacity and whatnot, capability. I'm sorry, not capacity. And he didn't do that. He didn't, if anything, I think his goal that he set to play all 17 games hurt us, because if he didn't play in those games, right? But then I go back and I'm like, but damn, we lost a couple of games because of our kicker.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers just did enough to get us through the games, is what we asked him to. We didn't ask him to play hero ball. We didn't ask him to be freaking MVP Aaron Rodgers again.
Yeah,
he was supposed to have a really good defense, right? The offense went back up. We got you a whole bunch of people to protect you and everything, but it all went to shit.
Yeah.
We also sold. Sorry, but we also sold a lot of our defense to build up that offensive line.
Yeah, I know you're a big JFM guy. So I mean, I
huge.
agree.
You talking to me or
both of y'all? I mean,
I was a big JFM guy.
I was pissed when we got rid of JFM. I was going on everything. I'm like, you see, this is gonna bite us in the ass, because people, they were like, oh, but he gets penalties. The dude had a couple of penalties roughing the passer because he would get to the damn quarterback, right?
Yeah, those are bullshit too.
Yeah. A lot of his calls were bad. A lot of his calls were just like what are we doing? Or like, what are the refs doing? But I don't. JFM, he was always a lock to me. A lock as far as just creating pressure,
inside out versatility. Dude, he's just a solid overall player. And we're missing it. Like, we just like, you can see the gaps that, like, him. Honestly, I think you kind of replaced the Huff with Will McDonald, but it's JFM that I think is like the biggest, like, damn, like, it's him and JJ. Obviously the injury, but
JJ
it's just
killed
like,
us,
damn,
bro.
JJ losing both of them just completely destroyed us.
The Huff for me, man. It's a tough
JFM
one.
and JJ.
Yeah, that's the ones that I think hurt us the most. The Huff, he didn't want to be here, bro. Like,
you want to be his money.
And I can't fault him for that, but
undrafted.
But then you hear the contract and what they were talking about stuff, and all that.
How Woody nixed it, and he wouldn't let that. I feel like if he was here with us, it would have been productive. Like, if we had given him or met him somewhere around that number, he would have came out and he would have been a problem with us for sure. But I don't know. I mean, I guess
I don't think he's taking a cut though. I think he was going for whoever's gonna give him the most money. Like, you got to think, undrafted free agent. You don't know if you're gonna get another contract after that. He was going after as much money as he can get.
Which he's
Eagles
probably
were
not.
A good team. Yeah, he's probably not even going to finish
playing
that
trash.
whole contract. Yeah, so it's one of, but you're like, it's like the same way how like JFM, he got that money and he took it right away because he's like, look, you don't know when you're gonna get those offers again. So sometimes when you get that offer and you weren't a highly touted draft pick, you just take it. You take the most that you can get. Is it the right decision? Probably not. But Salah's at the door anyways, so it's one of those things like, would it have worked out when Salah left the door anyways? We'll never know.
Can I give you guys a real hot take?
Drop your.
All right. I don't think Breece Hall is gonna be a Jet next year.
Oh, you stole my take. That was my second take.
Oh, my bad, bro. My bad. My bad. I love Breece Hall, bro. Like, I think what he brings on, but I think there's somewhere where we have to give something to get something back in return. And you're seeing what the running backs look like
That's crazy.
This last game without Breece and all that. Because the biggest difference for me, what I see with Breece, he dances a lot in the back. And if he can't hit that edge and go for like 20-something yards and all that, right, then what are we talking about? But then you see, you see Braylon Allen, Isaiah Davis, them hitting them A-gaps ASAP, bro. They're going through, lowering their shoulders, getting that stuff. Crazy thing in regards to Braylon Allen when it's been 3rd and 2, right?
Yeah. I know where you're going.
Look, James, Woody's mad because he's a Breece Allen guy, right? I love Breece, okay? I understand that point, and I want Breece to be a long-time Jet. Like, he's one of those other guys. Yeah. Like, his press conferences, and he says all the right stuff. There has to be somewhere where we have to get something back in return if we are truly being in this rebuild mode and everything like that. You know what I mean? So
is this a safe space though?
Yeah.
Because honestly, and maybe I get killed for this, but I think Breece is a good but not great running back. I think we as Jets fans kind of overrate how good he is. Like, I think like he is good, but I think ever since that injury from his rookie year, he hasn't been the same. Like, he was amazing and I don't know if that was just scheme, but he was amazing his rookie year. But he's never kind of hit that same. It's almost like he's hesitant whenever he runs. Like, I don't know if I want to really strain it. Like, especially earlier this season, I felt like he was halfway running most of the plays. And he kind of turned it up a little bit later in the season, but I don't know where that stems from. But
and we're starting to see like he fumbles. You know what I'm saying? I'm like every time he fumbles, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, like, you're not supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be solid, clean, like this perfect. Like, no, like, you're not supposed to fumble. And
he drops passes too.
Yeah.
Hey, Woody, but so can Braylon Allen and Isaiah Davis, and they just showed it in this last game, bro. And to be 100% honest with you, right? I think the better blocker is Braylon Allen because every time I've seen Breece back there, he's getting destroyed. He's getting blown up, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if that's one of the stuff, but again, like, I'm on the same boat with you guys, man. Like, the fumbling, it's just not in this last game. It's been a lot of times this year that it's happened, and fortunate for him, the ball's gotten back to him and everything. But but then I think about it. Well, he's the most carries he's gotten this year has been 18. That's the most
that's
carries.
Crazy. That's crazy.
That's nuts. That's insane to me,
especially with a 40-year-old quarterback.
Exactly. Now, is that Aaron Rodgers changing the playing on the line? Probably, but is it because he doesn't think that Breece could get it to where he needs to those short ranges? So then, on the second down, you know what I'm saying, he could be funky with it and do something else.
But it's like we look at the Lions, we look at what Gibbs and Montgomery are doing. Yeah. And for me, it's like why can't it be like that? Or like, why can't it be as effective as that, but like with Brees being Gibbs and Braylon being Montgomery, like whenever I watch them play, like I get so jealous because I'm like, this is what our running back should look like, right?
Look at the line.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. You're right.
That line is crazy good, bro.
Yeah. Their offensive line is different.
Yeah, that's the best in the league.
And they're all young.
Yeah,
and they all grew up together and all that, bro. This the last game that we had is probably the best the line has looked, and it was against the bum ass freaking Dolphins, where they still are. They're like the worst freaking team in the league that sacks the quarterback, and they got how many on us? So,
yeah, no, that's definitely a hot take because I know Brees is he's a fan favorite. His biggest fan. Chiming in the comments. As we speak, as we speak.
He's so bad, yo.
No, I mean, look, I'm a Brees fan too. Like Brees is Brees is my guy. He was basically our wide receiver one at a certain point this year too. So it's like, I don't know if it's the scheme or the coaches or a mix of all of that with Brees, but I want to see him here. But if he leaves this last game, I'm watching Braylon now, and I'm like, he's getting about 5 yards carry. I don't know.
Well, can I add to the second part of what I was of what my take part was?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just throw this up there.
So
honestly, wait, hold on. Before I get killed, let me get in the camera. Before I get killed, think about it, right? We are definitely going to go and win some meaningless games at the end. This is what the Jets This is what the Jets do. We win like 2 meaningless games. Next thing you know, we're pick 12, and all the players you want are off the board. And who's sitting there? He's sitting right there. You already traded away Brees. You're like, you know what? A running back wouldn't hurt. I'm infatuated with whenever I watch him, he's electric. So I'm infatuated.
No, he's crazy. I
always go offensive line first, but I just have some really bad feeling that the guy I know who I want, but I know he's not going to be on the board by the time we pick. So I'm infatuated. Dang. I gotta say, I'm infatuated.
You infatuated? That's the word.
I'm very intrigued.
Oh man,
I don't want it to happen, but I wouldn't hate it.
This yeah, no, Genty is like baby Chris Johnson, bro. He's
yo, if we go this route, I'm on the same boat with Woody right now, bro. Like, if this is what we do, man, I'm like, hey Brent,
wait,
pick me up from Texas, bro. Like,
wait, hold on. But think about it, right? Just close your eyes and think about it. Justin Fields with Genty in the backfield.
You smoking some good crap tonight, bro.
Who's guarding that?
I mean, honestly, I get both sides. I get both sides of this tape because it's like Genty is crazy, like, and
he's having an insane year.
Yeah, and like
Boise State, who are they playing?
You're right.
Hold on. They still got the playoffs. They're gonna play some people in the playoffs. So let's
I'm very excited to see him. I'm very excited to see how he plays against some of these top schools.
But he played Oregon. He did good against Oregon.
Yeah, well,
did he?
He does good every game. Yeah. I want to see how he does with like lights on, everybody watching. Because I mean, unless you're up, watching Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, you're missing most of Genty's games.
Yeah, for real.
Most of these nights. But I want to see how he plays on the stage. Like, can he go for 150? Like, on the big stage where everybody's watching you. That's what I want to see.
He had 192, 3 touchdowns against Oregon, the number 1 team in the country.
Yeah, how's their defense though? What's their defense?
The number 1 team in the country.
What's the defense that?
The defense, I don't know.
Enough to not lose any games.
Yeah, but when the game is like 49-32, because Oregon's freaking I mean, their offense is insane.
Yeah.
Look, man.
Dylan Gabriel, he might get a bid. he might get the bid for me, Dylan Gabriel. But Genty though, Genty. I mean, I definitely see a team like the Cowboys, drafting him. They kind of have to.
They don't have to. They want to, but they don't have to.
They will. They will. If he drops or
if he's on the board, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, Genty in this offense with like another.
We don't even know who the coach is, but yeah, depending on who.
The coach would really have to be in love with him. The coach would really.
It all depends on what scheme you have.
Yeah. Yo, this is the biggest hot take. Ain't nobody out there saying this right now, okay? Alan, I'm letting you know this right now, bro. There is nobody out there. Bro, for me in this draft, all right, I do not want quarterback first and foremost. I'm putting that out there, okay?
That's fair.
Don't want that. Give me a huge fat dude that you could put right next to Quinnen, okay? And we could help the damn defense, bro, or something to that extent. Give me a right tackle. What I'm trying to say is I want a lineman. I don't care what it is, defense or offense. I would be happy with either or trade back if anybody wants to trade up to get something. If we're in a position to be able to do that, get some more capital and then kind of rock with that. But other than that, man, like I can't. The only person that I would want is maybe Travis Hunter. Because I think that guy is that good, you know. Other
so you
than
think
that,
Travis Hunter is that good, but you don't think Genty's that good? I put Genty a receiver. Fuck it, just run.
I would take Travis, and then he replaces Reed for us.
Man, honestly, I don't even know what Travis is gonna play in the league.
We don't know what he's
like.
Gonna play.
You really can't be in the NFL and like in one game you are like who's a team with like the Dolphins? You can't guard Tyreek and then go in at the lineup against Jalen Ramsey. Like that's no way.
But he's not gonna do both. So he would have to pick either or and all that. And I think he's better at corner, if I'm not mistaken. Probably. Is that correct?
Yeah,
or is
but
he
I think he's gonna pick wide receiver just because it's more lucrative.
Yeah, as far as but I mean, wherever he goes,
the Pats most likely gonna draft him. So
he'll probably have like a package like for him. Whoever drafts him will. This is your main position, but situational. Come on offense. And do something for us, which would be like kind of generational. Dope. Yeah, that'll be generational. I hope it's not the Pats though.
Yeah, what are you talking about, Alan?
Their number. It's just logic. Right now, it's what the Raiders, the Giants, and then the Patriots. Like they'd be dumb not to take him at 3.
Who's number 1 going overall? Do you think?
It depends on who's number 1. I think regardless, Cam Ward's going to the Giants. I think Shadir's going to the Raiders.
Okay.
Okay. Dang, man, that's when I think about who's going to be number 1. That's like, like when I think about
cares?
Who
cares?
Yeah, hopefully the Patriots will win some meaningless games and go down the draft. Well, Travis can go to the Jags for all I care.
The reports are right that
it won't even matter. It won't matter because Genty is smoking him on wide receiver.
On a toss. He's smoking him on a toss.
Yeah, first he's gonna run him over at running back, and then he's gonna circle it back. He's gonna line up at receiver, like how you have with Brees, and he's gonna smoke him right after the next play. 5 touchdown performance.
If we get that, I'm doing like freaking I can't even think about it. You guys ever watch the movie Boys in the Hood? When he comes from that inside, like after the shooting and whatnot with the cop, right? And he comes in, he's just swinging at the air and all that. That's exactly what I'm gonna be doing, bro.
We said the same thing with Will McDonald.
I like the pick. I'm a guy that likes defense. Like I love defense, right? So like that's you can never not have enough edge rushers, man. Yeah. Like you know what I'm saying? Fair. And if we change our defense and we go to the 3-4 schemes that they keep talking about, Will fits that perfectly because he has the frame.
I was just saying
to be a linebacker. Yeah, you know what I mean? So it would be that. JJ, same thing, man. So and to be able to just rotate those dudes and all that, I mean, it's intriguing to see that. And I gotta give some flowers to Mr. Woody real quick. He's right, bro, about Brees, man. If you pull up his attempts and what he's done with the few attempts that he's had, right, he's actually done pretty well. Like, all right, first game, 1654 yards. Next game, 14 yards, 62 yards, averaging 4 every single yard. Next game after that, 1654. Against Denver, he didn't do crap. 10 for 4 yards. Next game was Vikings, 9 for 23. Then he goes off 18 for 113. That was the Steelers game. Then he has another crappy game, 12 for 38, 16 for 80, 15 for 74, 10 for 52, 16 for 78, and then 12 for 60. His average is 4.9. So it's actually not that bad. I
have 4.2 on my end.
Yeah,
4.2. You're right. The glasses, bro. The glasses.
No, you're good.
Yeah, and then you know he's getting those receiving yards too. You know, so like gotta factor that in there as well. Like he's definitely racking up scrimmage yards.
1,000. He's breaking 1,000. He really broke 1,000, I believe.
Yeah, for sure. I want him to break 1,000 rushing. I don't think he's done that yet since he's been here. But I mean, maybe that bodes well for contract talks. You know, like you haven't broke 1,000, bro. Like we don't. But I guess I mean, he has it all in him though. You know, league leader in catches and yards at the running back position. Hey,
but I also feel like he's been as good as the offensive line has been. Like if the offensive line was having a good game, that was the game he had a good game. The offensive line wasn't great. Like to me, 100%. It's like that's not superstar. That's like I said, good running back. Like that's David Montgomery. Like they're not the same skill set, but like that's David Montgomery. You're as good as the offensive line. Like he was up and down with the Bears, where it's like when some games he was good, some games he was bad, because it was as good as the Bears offensive line was.
Leading to that Vikings game. You're right, Alan. You're right about the whole line, because that's right. Leading into that game, Aaron Rodgers was the most sacked the fourth most sacked quarterback, third most hit quarterback in the league. And all that coming from an Achilles tear. So if that tells you anything, that's why I fight the whole about Aaron Rodgers, not coming back. I mean, this offense needed a gel. They didn't have the time, right? Maybe the preseason, them not really playing together really did hurt them, man. And
I think that was a big like factor that nobody's really talking about, but I think that was a big factor.
So, damn it, what do you got me on that one? You might be right.
Brees is that guy. I mean, we all want to see Brees do well with us. You know what I'm saying? It's not, like I
would love you broke out and just dominated.
But it starts up front, like so that's why I don't mind us drafting a lineman. I don't mind us trading back and drafting a lineman that slips. Like
honestly, that's still my first pick. I would 100% rather go get a stud offensive tackle and just make like such a crazy unit to where it's like we're just like you.
So Canty is there, and the nice lineman is there.
Oh no, I'm going lineman. Like this was in the case that we are like pick 12, 13. We don't like anyone because honestly, it's not like a deep draft really.
Correct.
Like after you get towards pick 10, I don't really like anybody. So I'm like, if I'm at like pick 10 and like all the guys I wanted off the board, that's when I'm like, you know what, Genty looks pretty good right now.
Yo, the other one too is so we talked a little bit about the free agents coming in for quarterbacks. The free agents for wide receivers are trash too, man.
Yeah.
So that's then again, I go back to, I don't know, man. I would love if Devontae Adams does stay here with us and Alan Lazard. I mean, that 1-2-3 punch of them together, I could see it doing really well. If Aaron is there, though.
Yeah. If Aaron's there, they should all just stay.
I don't even think Tay would do it if he wasn't there.
They should really all just stay. You know what I'm saying? That in my opinion, because again, like Devontae came on late. It came on when we were like 2-5, 2-6. Like the season was already, a long shot at that point. So I say you come back, get a whole off season under y'all's belt. And just give it y'all's all this last ride, maybe with Aaron Rodgers, and kind of see what happens, because Aaron can't go out like this, like
yeah, but like,
he
I think one thing we're overlooking is that like if you're a new coach, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you really want your quarterbacks to be Aaron Rodgers, who you got 1 year out of max, Tyrod Taylor, who's not under contract after next year, and then Jordan Travis, who you have no clue what he is?
Yeah.
That's very uninspiring from a coach that's just coming in. It's like you don't know what, first year you could probably make it work, but you don't know what's gonna happen after that.
Okay, so let me ask you this then, right? Okay, so let's just say that scenario. Are you going to start the quarterback as soon as you get him?
Well, I'm not saying draft anyone. I'm big on Fields. Like Fields, Tyrod, Travis, y'all fight it out, in my opinion. And I think I'm giving the nod to Fields 100% in that scenario. But it's just like, if somehow Travis comes in there and he's just dominant, then it's like, hey, you know what? Hey, we didn't expect that. I don't think Tyrod's ever beating out Fields. So I wouldn't really, it's just a fake competition, but it's just to make Fields kind of prove it.
So for me with Tyrod and all that, like I'm a big Tyrod fan. So I live in Virginia, right? So I'm in Virginia Beach and all that. So Hampton area and all that's out here, Tech, the whole nine. He's fucking loved out here, man, and stuff like that. Yeah. And that dude is, but can he stay healthy? But it's
not about play, though. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's not about play. Can he stay
healthy?
It's never really been about play with Tyrod. Tyrod's always been a consistently good quarterback. He's just never stayed healthy. He always gets hurt.
Yeah. And I mean, shout out VA. I'm from Suffolk, so
so you already know what time it is.
Yeah, I already know. Like Tyrod was that guy when I was in high school and going to college. So I know
downtown. I'm always down in downtown Suffolk, bro.
Oh yeah,
I'm literally always on downtown Suffolk.
That's where Chuck Clark played at Kings Fork High School. I used to play him. Like we were rivals. Like when he was in high school playing, I was playing with against him.
That's crazy. What year?
I was there. I was in high school 2009 to 2012.
Okay, so you're a little bit younger than I was 05, and I went to Lansdowne.
Oh, Lansdowne
out in the beach. So we played. So I had Percy. So I was hyped when he became a Jet. Yeah, man. So that dude was.
This is a VA guy too, man. Yeah, there's
a lot of VA people that VA does not get enough love, man.
Yeah. Michael Vick, like people be, Michael Vick is. I mean, his mom lived down the street from me. Like they used to live in this big neighborhood that we used to drive past, and big guys like, oh my gosh, what? And then Michael Vick's mom was in there. So and then I think my brother, my little brother, saw Michael Vick one day at an AT&T store, like just. Renewing his,
I partied with Vic down here at the beach in Town Center at Guads. There used to be a spot. I could tell you some stories. Cool dude, man. Like,
he just seems very down to earth.
Very, very, very cool cat, man. But have you seen Suffolk? My bad for getting off a topic and all that. But have you been to Suffolk lately at all?
Last time I was in Suffolk was, I want to say. New Year's.
This upcoming New Year's?
Well, last New Year's I was in Suffolk, yeah.
So you saw how much of it's grown, right?
Oh yeah.
It's crazy. Like the Harborview area now and all that.
Yeah. That's literally where I grew up. I grew up right around Harborview. So yeah, no, it looks way different. Like they're still building it up too. So I'm excited. A lot of athletes come out of VA.
They don't talk about it.
The 757 in particular.
Mm-hmm.
On top of athletes, we got Missy Elliott,
Timberland, you got Neptunes, the whole nine.
Pusha T, Allen Iverson, all of that. But yeah, shout out VA though.
Shout out VA, real talk. Yeah, word.
But
maybe just
2-2 down. You know what I'm saying?
Real quick. So we can end on one last question because Woody posted it.
There we go.
I think it's interesting.
Yeah.
Would you guys trade? You didn't let me finish it. Would you guys trade 2 firsts and a 4th for Kyle Shanahan?
Fuck yes.
What if we have
with the quickness?
Top 5 pick?
2 firsts though. 2 firsts. That's crazy.
We have a top 5 pick.
He's proven. Can you
get
pick? Can you guarantee me that those top 5 picks are going to be great in the NFL for me?
Can you promise me that Kyle Shanahan's going to take this organization and make them competent?
If he comes to the Jets right now with the pieces that we have, he has a lot more to work with than what he has right now in San Francisco. Everybody that's over there right now,
I agree.
yo, look at
What?
the
You agree?
Look,
I mean,
look at,
like he'd have more to because they aren't playing, crazy great football. They've been doing the last.
CMC's hurt.
CMC's about to retire, bro. He cannot stay healthy anymore, man. Those knee injuries that he keeps getting, he's done. Ayuk, right? We don't even know what's going on with Ayuk, right? You got Debo saying starting to get injured too, and all that.
Yeah.
Kittle, he's a tight end. How much of it is he gonna do? Right? You got Trent Williams. Trent Williams that's getting super old. So that's your left tackle right there. Let's go to the defense. Right? Greenlaw can't stay healthy as well. Now, all of a sudden, he's getting hurt, right? I forgot the safety's name. Hufanga, whatever it is. Yeah. He can't stay other than Bosa, right? Who's the other individuals that are there for? That's what I mean, bro.
Yeah, Fred Warner.
And Fred Warner. He'll probably take him from San Fran and bring him over here to the Jets, baby. Let's go.
Hey, man. I mean, I know that at least one of those healthy 49ers might follow him to New York, which I wouldn't really be mad at. I wouldn't be mad if it's Purdy. Shoot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be mad at that either.
We would be basically just opening up the perfect job for Ben Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly where he would go. I know it.
Yeah, probably.
Especially with the Eagles. That's exactly where he's going. But, man. Sure. Honestly, for me, I don't mind trading, picks for Kyle Shanahan. A top 5 pick plus another first. That's hard. Like a top 5 pick alone, okay, we can have that conversation. Top 5 pick and your first the next year, you're really hoping, man. Woody said Kyle is a top 5 coach, and he is a great offensive mind. But let's not act like we're not just bad at offense. We have bad culture. I don't really think Kyle's a culture guy, to be honest. He brings culture guys.
I don't know, man.
But I don't really know how much Kyle is a culture guy. For the whole team, mind you. He can't fix the defense. We know he's not going to be involved in defense at all. So it all depends on who he gets at defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
But it really is just how well can he get this offense to start humming, and how quickly can he do it, because he doesn't have time.
Yeah.
As much as I don't like this name, right? And he's now the head coach at UNC, right?
I thought you were about to say what Woody said.
But look what Bill Belichick did with all them picks that he had, and the picks and the guys that he was doing it with cats that was coming from the 3rd, 4th round. It was never their first rounders and stuff like that were the ones that were doing really well. I think Christian Gonzalez is probably the last one that did something like that, because Christian Gonzalez is a beast, not for nothing, right? But again, I don't know, man. I feel like those mid-range freaking draft picks where they really weren't given an opportunity, but they could become something, right? And not playing with that chip on their shoulder and stuff like that could be lethal, man. But you got to have the right coach in place to make them be at their full potential. And we haven't had that. The last coach that we've had here that's been good.
But has Kyle Shanahan done that since when was the last one he's really coached? Would it be
Brock Purdy? That's the only thing I can tell you. That's all that matters. At the end of the day, that's all. I'm going to say Brock Purdy every single time.
But honestly, if it wasn't for Brock Purdy, he probably would have got fired.
I mean, I don't know.
That Trey Lance pick, and then I'm not gonna lie, he probably would have fired.
I remember. Purdy covered up that whole Trey Lance trade up situation. He definitely did.
Yeah.
So they got lucky with the last pick of the draft, drafting their savior.
They had Jimmy Garoppolo and they had Trey Lance. that would have been a shit show.
Yeah. The Trey Lance pick could have got him fired this year if Trey Lance was their starter and he was
It would have
like
got him fired a couple years ago, in my opinion.
doing what Zach Wilson was doing, because
I say a year.
that was that draft too. That was the Zach Wilson draft with Trey Lance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm looking up their draft picks right now. Last year, Ricky
but he hasn't
Parcells
done anything to date.
He got shot in the chest.
I know, but like, I'm not
played.
I get that, but also like rookies, I don't really like rookies
now you're
are
right.
always hit or miss. Like, you don't know what they're gonna do rookie year.
Yeah.
So it's really about like who has he done 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me bring it up. I got you.
Popped up Jimmy. I generally think that was more O-line than anything. And honestly, a lot of it.
I really wouldn't mind. I mean, Shanahan, it's like his name alone is just like he's gonna bring a different vibe to the team and like some togetherness on offense. I feel like he'll have the respect of Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? If it is his last year.
Hold on. Actually, let's just think about this though, right? You're gonna put the biggest choking head coach with the biggest choking quarterback. Like it's like saying like we don't want to win a Super Bowl.
And the biggest.
That's basically what we're saying.
The biggest.
Yeah, like I just it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't. It doesn't.
All right,
feel right.
so I'm gonna go 2020, right? Javon Kinlaw, bum.
Ooh.
Right? Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah, that's going.
Colton Miskevitz, an offensive tackle. Charlie Wolmer, and then Guan Jennings that was picked in the 7th. Then we got the Trey Lance, Aaron Banks, Trey Sermon, Avery Thomas, Jalen Moore. 5th round, Talana Hufanga, right?
Okay.
And Elijah Mitchell in the 6th. 2022, Drake Jackson, Danny Gray, Spencer Buford, Samuel Womack, Khalid Davis, Tariq Castro Fields, Brock Purdy.
I'm not gonna lie.
These aren't good picks.
He got lucky. I'm not gonna lie. He got lucky.
But that's what the draft is, bro. It's all luck. Bro.
Yes, I get that, but we don't have it. We don't have the luck part.
That's exactly so get rid of the draft picks to get Kyle Shanahan, bro.
But no. But like it's like someone that got like built on. I'm gonna call it luck. It's like someone that gets built up on luck. We're gonna go put over here and hope that luck follows him. I don't believe it.
I mean, but these players that we have no idea their names and who they are, and they were in the Super Bowl just a couple years ago.
Yeah,
consistently in the playoffs.
Two of the top defensive minds at defensive corner. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, like, and yes, last year they were good, but since like D'Amico Ryans, like Robert Saleh, like once that tree fell apart, team pretty much kind of fell apart.
I mean,
they've been riddled by injuries, but they were still out of there last year.
Yeah, but like, are we gonna sit here and hope that he can go and basically right Mike LaFleur and Robert Saleh's wrongs over here?
So if Shanahan comes back here, Saleh DC.
I don't think he would ever do that.
Bring Saleh with you, bro.
I don't think
if you're gonna come back, go ahead, bring Saleh with you.
I think Saleh would say absolutely not. F you.
Yeah,
and Woody makes a good point, bro. Yo, I told you Woody should have came on the damn show, man.
Yeah, and he choked every time. Think about it. Falcons, biggest choke of the freaking
Allen. I would be happy with a winning season, bro. When's the last time we had a winning season?
Probably.
Yeah, keep thinking of it. Keep thinking.
2012?
No, 2015.
2015.
Yeah, 9 years ago. This is 9 years.
Was it a winning record though?
It was a winning record.
That was Fitz.
Okay, I was gonna say I know we didn't make the playoffs, but
yeah, you know why? Because Fitz went ahead and Fitz threw 6 damn interceptions in Buffalo.
Yeah, that was
on
terrible.
purpose, that mother sucker, dude. Yo, when I saw him on that Thursday
I swear
night,
he does it on purpose, though.
Hell yeah, he did it on purpose. You and I both know he did that.
He's just he wants to be a backup. Like his whole career was, I'm gonna stay a backup quarterback. I don't want to be a starter.
That Thursday night game, week 3, the home opener against the Patriots, that Thursday night, I was at that game and I stayed. The Thursday night setup stuff right there, right?
Yeah.
I was in there screaming, I haven't forgotten about Buffalo. And the whole everybody, bro, is chanting that stuff, man.
That's crazy.
That bum.
See? But yeah, I mean, like Kyle Shanahan though, like just to be back on, like back to that point, I wouldn't mind trading for him, but mortgaging our immediate future, like just kind of throwing it just on him, it's like, that's a tough pill to swallow.
It's a
like
gamble.
Yeah, like that's like kind of like the Ricky Williams like trade kind of, but yeah, no, I don't know about mortgaging the entire immediate future, but I'll throw a first, or like a future first. Not like if we trade for him, we give the team next year's first and maybe the current year's like second and third, but like I'm not sure about like mortgaging the immediate future for a coach. When we don't even know.
Andy Reid has Patrick Mahomes. Andy Reid has Patrick Mahomes. It doesn't count.
But what is Patrick Mahomes doing this year? It's the defense that's helping him out a lot.
All right, then he has Steve Spence. Like, come on. Like, yes.
Coaching matters is what I think James Woody's trying to say, man. Yes, and we haven't had it.
Just Andy Reid. Like, Andy Reid's getting help. Like, it's not like Andy Reid's doing this himself. And it's like again, it's kind of luck. Like, yes, if we were going to go back in the first round, I'd say yes. I would. All right, cool. Take Kyle. Fuck it. Take that chance or whatever. But it's like you're gonna go throw him with a 40-something-year-old quarterback, and then what? What are we gonna do after that? We can't draft a quarterback because we don't have a pick.
yeah. That's what I'm thinking about. Like if we do trade for Kyle, we cannot mortgage our entire like immediate future because he's gonna need to, like, unless he's gonna try to sign everybody in free agency or bring everybody from the 49ers on a cheap deal. Like, and I feel like that's just doing the most at that point. So yeah, I mean,
hey, you guys want me to tell you our last coaches? You want to hear them?
Our last, yeah.
Adam Gase, Todd Bowles, Rex Ryan, Eric
Adam
Mangini,
Gase was self-inflicted.
Eric Mangini, Herm Edwards, Al Groh, Bill Parcells, Rich Kotite, Pete Carroll, Bruce Coslet.
I don't know how he felt with that.
Bro, it's been bad, man. Other than I'm torn with the Rex Ryan thing. Okay, he had 2 good years, which I see Brent's stuff right on right there with Sanchez and all them, right? Yeah. Which I was, but then the 2 years after that, it was just, and then he went to Buffalo and it went even more. So
that's what I'm saying. He doesn't have a good like his pedigree, was good those first 2 years, but then like it was a major drop off, and then he gave us, then it was the butt fumble, and then there's a whole bunch of other stuff that was just like, yeah, I don't even want to, do that again. I don't want to revisit that.
Same boat, bro.
I'm good on Rex. Rex, I love him, but it's like he hasn't even been coached in the last few years. So
he could be a consultant.
The
guy that goes in there, gives a speech, that's it.
Sure. And invite a motivational speaker.
Yeah.
Come in here and talk to the team before.
Kyle Shanahan, Rex Ryan as DC.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, that would just make me hate it more if he did that. If he actually did that, I would literally be like, wow. We are idiots. He's not even taking the job serious at that point. And that's actually another point. Do we trust a guy who is close with Saleh to come here and actually take this job serious?
I mean, he's a head coach. His name's on the line.
Yeah, but he's gonna get another job.
Look, I tell you guys this much, man. You win in New York, you're like Rex Ryan. Rex Ryan has not been a good coach for how many years, but he had those 2 great years with the Jets, right? And he is beloved, bro, because of what he did with the Jets. It's the same conversation as Messier. You win in New York, bro, you could kill somebody, right? And you'll get away with it. Like that, and that's real talk right there.
Mm-hmm.
Like that convo that you do in New York, because we haven't been good. I mean, look at all the merch guys that we have, right? I mean, look, he's drinking from a cup. That's a damn Jets cup too, bro. Like,
man, I'm telling you this. If I'm Kyle Shanahan, I don't care how many picks you trade for me. I'm quitting and I'm going to college. I'm picking a college team and I'm just gonna be a coach there. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not
doing this.
I need one.
Yo, Tyrese, how could he do that, man? With that when he was crying like that, bro.
He was holding them tears back. So crazy. That was a funny interview.
Yo, did you see when Charlemagne got popped in the street? He was running away from it. Yo.
Yeah, I saw that clip resurface. That was hilarious. I don't know if you even seen that. There was a clip that resurfaced, Charlemagne getting punched, and then he had to like run for his life afterwards from like a few years ago. Yeah, it was like a throwback video of Charlemagne getting popped, and then he had to like run away. And I saw that too. I was like, but yeah, no, I mean, I guess to end it on, to end it on that, Johnny, we appreciate you coming on, bro.
Always, man. Always want to come show love, man. Yeah, especially now I got a 757 connect right here, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's pretty dope, man.
Man.
Hey, VA does not get enough love. They need to know about Virginia. They got some players out here, man.
I'm telling you.
I mean, and there's a lot of players. I mean, there's a lot, dude. So they need to stop sleeping on VA. There's something in the water, as Pharrell would say.
Yeah, literally. So I might try to come over there for that festival too. It's like a music festival. Yeah,
It got canceled.
It got canceled again.
It got canceled again. Yeah, they're supposed to. We're waiting for it to come back out and all that. Yeah, if you do come out, let me know, man, because I stay down on the beach. So
yeah. Okay,
you gotta let me know. I'll pull up too.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, that's not a far drive from Long Island, like 3.5, 4 hours. So
from Long Island?
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. It's probably like 5 hours. I'm thinking Maryland.
It's a little. I forget to say. This is Amtrak.
I was born in Hempstead.
Really? I grew up in Hempstead.
Yep.
Me too.
Yep.
Me too. I was born in Hempstead too. That's actually crazy.
That's 516 baby all day.
Yeah. I was born.
That's my area code. No doubt.
Trackside. That's trackside.
Yeah.
So then my grandparents lived in the Heights, out in Hempstead Heights out there.
Hempstead.
Yeah. My dad went to Baldwin.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I know Baldwin.
I used to stroll around.
We gotta connect, man. Yes, that's about an 8-hour drive from VA.
I was about to say like 8 hours. Yeah, because like from Maryland where I used to live, this is about 3.5, 4. But from VA, that's
I was just thinking like DC.
No, DC. Yeah. I
was gonna go to DC, figure out my way from there. Y'all would have had me just walking around DC like, am I close?
It's been like 4 or 5 more hours, buddy.
But DMV, I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
For sure, Johnny. For sure.
Peace.
Appreciate you, man. Yes, sir. Sir.
Yep.
All right. Yeah.
So we said we were going to do an hour today, and we doubled it. Great job, everyone.
Hey.
It was a good combo, though.
Yeah, no. Yeah, always appreciate having Johnny on and talking in like this. I'll go over every time. You know what I'm saying? If one of our guys are up here, but yeah, no. To end the show off, we'll see what how the Jets end the season. Make sure y'all like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Instagram at TakeFlight_today and at NYJetsPlanet. And as always, we gotta come up with like a slogan or something, like like a little intro slogan and a little outro slogan.
Too many Johnsons and not enough magic.
Too many Johnsons, not enough Magic. Or we got to be like, ready, just set, go. I don't know. We gonna see. We gonna figure out something. But yeah, nah, we'll see y'all next week. JetSet signing out. Y'all have a good night, man. Hopefully the Jets do a little something where we can make us get us up here and give us some excitement or something. But we'll see. Maybe Woody fires himself this week. We'll see. All right, guys. Good night.
Up into the air, into the end zone. Oh, man. Wow.